एसआई की मु छोट बड़ू थी तापर बह सारा 27 वर्ष है आसिक अच्छी
आज्ञा ये जिते मो बयस 5 वर्ष होता आम एसआई की आसलु
आम एठू मु मिनिमम मैरेज कला 22 वर्ष है मुझे आसी एठिका परिस्थिति बहुत खराब कारण से कौन प्रकार सुविधा नाला
एठी लोक मैंने भयभीत होकर रोते लाइन नाला पानी नाला
से रास्तार सुविधा किसी नाला माटी रास्ता थिला आज्ञा से तो एनएससी थिला एनएससी ऑफिस की आमे माने केते बेले भी जाई नाहु जीवा को हमको भय लगे
तापर एसडीए कमिटी हला परठू आमे सेते बेले जान नथलु केते हमर पावर अछि का सहित आमे आलोचना करबु कि काहा को पचारु हां बेटे चेंज आसी जी आगो अपेक्षा
जो दिन टू एसडीए हमर तयारी हला से दिन टू आमे साहस कलु म्युनिसिपालिटी ऑफिस जीवा सिखिलु आउ एसडीए जो तयारी हला एलआरसी हमको मिलिला से माध्यम रे आमे ऑफिस की जाई कार्य आमे सब धीरे धीरे समाधान हो पड़छि
विजु आदर्श कॉलोनी शास्त्री नगर संडपुर मो एसटीए रो प्रेसिडेंट अछि
एसटीए रो मु सेक्रेटरी मो भूमिका होची मु तो एसडीए रो प्रेसिडेंट
मु गोपबंधु नगर विजु आदर्श कॉलोनी रो एसडीए सेक्रेटरी अछि
The people that live in the slums are the lifelines of the city. But how do you create that bridge between the slum community and the ULB? Therefore, the government of Odisha came up with the Jaga Mission. It creates an entire system around how the slum dwellers participate in local governance. Through this entity called Slum Dweller Association, we call it SDAs. What do these SDAs do? They literally form the fourth tier of government within the city.
Very simply put, the SDA is a subset of the ward committee. The SDA is a slightly more focused, deeper mechanism, which doesn't just result in voice and agency for any citizen, but also focuses sharply on equity.
ए जो माने डेवलपमेंट काम रे इंटरेस्ट नियंती सेही मान को ही नै कि कमिटी गठन हबो बोली कि डिसाइड हला जतबे तो साई रो जेति कि लोकन को एकाठी करबा होची तांको दाई जेउटा चाली आस्थिला आमे बसी मीटिंग करिवु 10 जन बसी मीटिंग करिवु ओडा लेखिकी समिति से 10 जन जगह से 10 को साइन करिवे ताकू नै कि ऑफिस रे दो
जितेले 2017 म्युनिसिपालिटी भी आस्तिले ऑफिसर माने ए माने बसी के एठी पूरा मीटिंग करथिले
तो आम बसलु समस्त एमती कहले आ गोटे गोष्ठी गढ़ा हम एसटीए गढ़ा हम आमर प्रेसिडेंट सेक्रेटरी से कैशियर बछा हम आ मेंबर रहिबे 7 जन 10 जन भितर गोटे कमिटी गढ़ा हम
से कमिटी ता कोन गठन हबो सेतेरे स्त्री लोक माने 5 जन रहिबे केमती कोन हबो वोटिंग हबो
सीए मीटिंग डाकंती सब साई लोक एकाठी हुंती तो आमर जो रिजोल्यूशन खाता अछि सेइथिरे से लेखा हुए कि आज को प्रॉब्लम ऊपर आमर डिस्कशन हला सेही प्रॉब्लम ऊपर पुनी डिसीजन कोन हला ताकू आम रिजोल्यूशन रे लेखु आमर डिमांड कोन रही थाए सेटा लेखु तापर आमे सीएमसी रे दउ सेटा
आमे धीरे धीरे की किछि दिनस लोकन गुटे सिखिलु ऑफिस माध्यम रे म्युनिसिपालिटी माध्यम रे सिखिलु किंतु उन्नति ए आइछि आम साई डेवलपमेंट हेछि जा परिचय आमे पाई परिछु
The underlying philosophy, principle is nobody can understand their problem better than themselves. However, you empathize, and nobody can provide a better solution than themselves. So we can only facilitate. So the consultative process, involvement, and trusting them, trusting the people, that has been a hallmark of this government.
The formal platform is the starting point, that is the Slum Dwellers Association. The second key piece is the participatory process, which is how will the Slum Dweller Association work, what will be its mandate, how will it execute that mandate, etc. And the third important piece is to empower them with finances.
If you analyze it, you will find that 25% of the population live in slum areas in Odisha. For last 60 years, they were not getting at least 2 to 3% of the budget of the urban local body. Now it is earmarked under the law and rule that 25% of the fund will be definitely going to the slums, or say the Slum Dwellers Association will be the repository of the assets as well as the fund.
So there are 9 the components in the upgradation program. It includes road, drain, individual pipe water supply, electricity house connection, street light, community center, park, all. And the objective is to achieve saturation in all the 9 so that the area is as good as any other developed part of the city. So the Slum Dweller Association, in their meeting, they assessed the availability of infrastructure, amenities and services in the slum. So they made the assessment and our people have noted down, assisted, facilitated the whole process. Then came the question of executing the work. So we thought that they are the beneficiaries. Why not they execute the work?
जेहेतु आम एसटीए रतक कम आसला घरे बसी लोकर जो रोजगार क्षमता किसी नाला ये जगह संपर्क को लेकिन गुड़ाई कम आसला.
Any kind of development program that is going to happen inside the slums, now SDA are the people who will do or implement this program.
And from starting from conception of idea to giving it final shape to delivering the entire project, the SDA has become instrumental in operating all the government schemes in urban areas.
मुझे सेक्रेटरी जाइए केमी लोक मानक आमर जो तार जो समस्या अच्छे आम स्लम जमी रोड हो कि ड्रेन हो कि लाइट हो आम जो शौचालय कथा हो से गुड़ाक केमी कौन करूँ से आगे आलोचना करूँ.
आम गाँ पक्का रास्ता है, लाइन आसी, पानी आसी.
धीरे धीरे कि तापर लोकंकर विश्वास आसिला. एटा सर्वे प्रथम आगे आम घर इज्जत को आम रखी पारछु, जोटा कि म्युनिसिपालिटी आमको स्वच्छ भारत पाइकिना डोर टू डोर समस्त घर को दिया सारी कहार भी एमती बाकी नहीं.
आमको मेन ए खुशी लगुच परिचय गृह होगी जेतक मीटिंग जेतक ऑफिशियल लोक आमर एठी सबुतक करू. मिनी पार्क पिला माने आमर खेलंती आ माँ माने भी 4टा हेले काम सरी गला पर से माने मॉर्निंग वर्क न जाय कि इवनिंग वर्क करंती. आ लास्ट को रहला आमर एठिका जो परिवेश आमर बाहर लोक बे देखिया को आछंती.
We decided that we need to onboard grassroots level NGOs to act as a bridge between the government functionaries and the people. So the first task assigned to them was to meet these Slum Dweller Association, get the community together and orient them on the slum upgradation program.
At Janaagraha, we believe that in a democracy, citizen participation at the grassroots level is an end in itself. The model of empowering and enabling Slum Dwellers Association is a huge leap forward in accomplishing that end of enabling voice and agency.
So Janaagraha is a knowledge partner to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. We create the processes, the capacity building. How do you record the minutes of the meeting? How do you pass a resolution? How do you resolve conflict? We have seen what empowered citizen participation can lead to if you stick with it for a sustained period of time. And what will citizens do when they were given the powers?
Therefore, we took a short qualitative assessment study in Odisha. They're in 5 cities: Konark, Ranpur, Cuttack, Puri, and Jatni. 52% of the respondents in this assessment turned out to be women. When we are doing this process, the women's interview are taken and they're able to voice out their opinion more frequently. Mostly larger results of it, that the SDAs have seen city governments as partners. SDAs are empowered in the process, but they would also require more support in terms of understanding their role as SDAs. They're trying to basically understand how do they operate it, maintain it, and ensure that there is continuity in those kind of services.
There are 3 main goals for this SDAs. One is the social empowerment, second is economic, and third is the political. And going forward, we see SDAs to become like the representative of government in the slum that people go to. And our study and our work is showing towards that.
तो एमिति बहुत गुड़ा ही एबे डेवलपमेंट काम होइछि जोथरा में बहुत ही खुशी अछु, कारण बहुत प्रॉब्लम रे थिलु. से प्रॉब्लम भितर एबे बाहर को आसीछु, माने हमकु लागुछि कि हमें मेन स्ट्रीम रे शामिल हेबा को जाउछु. गवर्नमेंट हमकु शामिल करूछंती आमे एठी समस्त प्रति घर जन जन को आमे एसडीए मेंबर बोली तांकू दायित्व दिया होची तेणु समस्त को जनाऊची प्रति घरे कि आमर कौन हब एसडीए कौन काम करुची से जिनसटा समस्त घरे घरे जानवा दरकार
प्रत्येक जिनस जो अधिकार आम अच्छी कही पारुचु अधिकार भी पाऊचु आटा आम एसडीए माध्यम भय लगुनि आम कर एसडीए तैयारी हबार बहुत भल गोटे
SDA is an evolving thing, and to think that it will be aspirational right from the beginning will be very difficult one. We have to rather provide that sort of confidence in the SDAs through a process of training them, sensitizing them, developing a sense of faith and belief in them.
पूर्वर तो लोक मानकर एते एकता नथिला एते मिलामिशा नथिला ए एसडीओ कमिटी हेलन समस्त एकता हेई पारुचु माने मेंबर माने एकता हेई के ही सब काम आमे आगु नै पारु
Slum Dweller Association is learning. They are growing. The impact with what we are experiencing now, quite different. Now we have developed these into a global template, which can be implemented in any slum, in any developing city.
There's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of local context, there's a certain alignment of political will, administrative capacities, etc., which need to fall in place for these programs to succeed, particularly at scale. They're not easy, but by no means are they undoable.
It is just the beginning. We all thought the step was slippery, but no, it's actually, the step is quite a very strong step towards a very long journey. Even though it's a beginning, it's quite a very bright beginning.
ए जागा मिशन रे गुड़ाई काम तुमको तमे आ तळु को जीवनी ऊपर को ही जीव जे थरे ऊपर को जे से चाहबा आ टिके टिके ऊपर को जीवा से केबे चाहि माने तळ को जीव किंतु एसटी आहुरी आगु को बढ़िबो